The hero had realized that he knew that the route he was taking had to change. He didn't know exactly where he was going, but he knew that the route that he was currently in wasn't going to take him to anywhere good. So he decided to detach himself and go on an adventure, the adventure of self-discovery. Now, in this self-discovery journey that I'll be describing in this video, you can turn out to be a great hero, the people's people, the guy of the guys, or the world's nightmare, the wolf, the lion, the beast.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
And I want to warn you that you take on these actions, you will never be the same person again. So you need to be prepared for that. Okay? So without further ado, let's dive in. So at step 1, you're going to need to do before you speak. Before you say anything, before you even brush your teeth in the morning, brush your teeth before you even say, "I've brushed my teeth." Like, I'm not going to do anything, I have done it. I said, it's 7 months ago, I literally said to procrastination, me and you, let's fight. Procrastination, let's go. Let's go. You think you're going to defeat me today? No. 11 o'clock, I said I'm going to make a video. The video is coming up. Right? So that's step 1. Number 2, narrow down the people you listen to. Kill your care for people's opinions. They don't matter. Because your problems are still your problems. If you don't achieve whatever your heartfelt desires are set for, no one is to blame but you. So the moment you realize that as much as it's important for you to care about people, you caring too much to the point where you do not take action will be detrimental to you, is the moment you need to realize that you need to let go of caring. Let go of caring. I don't care. I've reached the point where I don't give a toss. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care. Oh, but I don't give a shit. I don't care. Only ask for help once you've tried to help yourself. And really and truly, if you helped yourself to the best of your ability, you probably wouldn't need help. Only ask for help, however, when you know that you've respectfully attempted and you feel like the person can guide you in the right direction. So if I was to rephrase this, I'll say only ask for help once you know where you're heading. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't know where you're heading, the help may not be necessary. If you don't know where you're heading, the help may be actually detrimental. But if you know where you're heading, then that help can be sustainable. I think it's circumstantial overall, because I'm sure that I can find reasons as to why Jenny asked for help and gained some guidance, fair enough. But I think what I've done in this journey personally, in order for me to overcome my old self, my insecure self, was take matters into my own hand. Okay, what can I do to work on this? What can I do to advance or master this? What can I do to gain control over the situation? And again, one of the triggers that led me there was actually a story, and I'll share the story with you guys now. I was stopped because my car didn't have insurance, and the insurance didn't let me know that they've cancelled the insurance. So what happened is when I was stopped, the police took my car, so I was stranded. And I remember I was calling different people left, right, and center. I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm stranded. It's 1 a.m. Like, can you come and get me?" And no one came through but my dad. And I remember at the time I was even having a difficult relationship with him at the time. But the fact that he stepped up, it was the only person that stepped up was me. It was when I realized that no one cares. Like, And it's not even like it's bad on them, it's bad on me for thinking that they did care, because they don't. People have their own problems. Why do you think that for some reason, all of a sudden, because you pick up the phone, your problem now becomes their top priority? They could have rent due tomorrow and you're calling them with your problem on top. Like, this is why I'm saying take matters into your own hand and try your best to help yourself. I'm not saying that there's not nice people out there that are going to help you, but remember what this title is about: disappearing and transforming yourself. So take matters into your own hand. Okay. So hide your progress. Number 4, hide your progress and focus on bringing yourself into always being the fish in the small pond surrounded by sharks. You've grown to a next stage, great. I've read 70 books, great. There's people that have read 1,000. Let me speak to those people. The people that can advance me to the next level. Let me speak to the people that can push me and make me feel like I'm nowhere near where I want to be anyway, right? So always get yourself closer to your target. Always feel like, never settle. If you're the biggest shark around you, you've got a serious problem. You've got a very serious problem, because that just means you're stagnant. There's something I learned today. The economy grows by 9% every year. So this is why, as a business owner, your business must grow. You cannot remain stagnant. As a human being, you must grow, because things are developing. If you now refuse to learn AI, right, because of one reason or the other, I'm not really into the world's changing. You got to get with the times. You got to grow with the times. You got to learn how to adapt. Because if you don't adapt, you're just going to fall apart like Blockbuster did. A practical example I give is, I remember I was at the gym and I surround myself around people that I knew were better than me, or had more years experience, or were a lot more disciplined than I was. And that catapulted me into higher progress for myself. When I was reading books, I didn't surround myself around people that weren't reading. No, I went to the people that I knew will make me feel shit about the fact that I'm only reading so. So I was listening to people that Patrick. You don't even need to be surrounded by people necessarily. You can just go ahead, tune into a video from Patrick David, and he'll remind you of the fact that you're not doing shit anyway. Okay, you read 2 books this week. Congratulations. It's people that don't fire. As long as you focus on being the smaller fish in the bigger pond, you're always going to find space to grow. That pond having space means there's space for you to grow. There's no space for you to grow, then you're in the wrong pond. Number 5, cry, bleed, sweat, but don't you ever flip and quit. The amount of times I'm sitting in my car and I'm screaming because I'm saying it's the pain. Channel your pain. Learn how to transform that pain into energy that you utilize to catapult yourself into a better position for yourself. Like mindset wise, you want to get into a space where it's like you're no longer affected by things, because you've pushed and you've pushed and you've pushed yourself to a level where you know that, listen, all I can do is keep going. And a quote that comes to my head is Eric Thomas: don't cry to quit, cry to keep going. You're already in pain, you're already hurt, get a reward from it. And I remember listening to this as a 16-year-old trying to make it as a footballer, and it hit home every single time, because it's like I'm pushing, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning, going to football training, learning how to utilize my left foot, and it's painful because it feels like I'm not getting anywhere. But what I didn't know at the time is that I was building my mindset. What I didn't know at the time is that I was building my discipline, and I was adding brick by brick, and that catapulted me into expediting myself into doing crazy things now. For instance, I'm now, because I've been pushing myself ever since I was 16 and I'm now 27, so for the past 11 years, all I've done is push my mindset and push me to, I'm able to do things like 1,000 press-ups all in one go, just randomly, or read 70 books in one go, randomly. Like, this isn't I read I listened to a video and was like, okay, is this what we gotta do? Cool, let's do it. Recording a video at midnight, randomly. So here's the thing: is like you build your mind and add up these bricks to your mindset. You're gonna start to realize that you're gonna start doing things that the normal person simply can't do. I'll add something to this as well. One of the things I've discovered as well, or came across quite a few times, is as a professional, you don't practice until you get it right. That's what normal people do. As a professional, you practice until you can't get it wrong. So you know why I'm happy to do 1,000 videos, 10,000 videos, whatever it takes, because I'm a professional. And I'll keep practicing that I can't get it wrong. Forget getting it right. No, that's not the standard. The standard is I'm going to keep going until I can't get it wrong. And you can't lose like that. You can't, because you're so solely focused on getting better. Say, set a goal and reverse psychology the mechanism so that you can understand what daily inputs you need to implement. So an example is, in order for you to make sure you hit your gym goal, you need to drink 2 liters of water a day. You need to sleep. You have your 8 hours sleep. You need to exercise 3 to 4 times a week. You need to make sure that you break your muscle in each session, and you will get to your 10% or your big arms or whatever the case is. But that same mechanism can be applied in every single area of your life where you want to see some sort of discipline replicating or turning itself into some sort of success. So when it comes to mindset, you want to read 100 books a year. What does that look like monthly? What does that look like weekly? And then you check weekly what the progress is. So that's how I got to 70 books a month. That's how I got to the physique I got fitness wise. That's how I managed to start. Number 7, reprogram your mind. Go full monk mode. I repeat again, keep practicing until you can't get it wrong. I don't care how many times you need to rewatch this video. I don't care how many times you need to rewatch Myron Golden or whoever you're watching to get yourself into a better space mentally. Keep rewatching. Your mindset, your memory is short anyway. So keep rewatching. You might actually learn something new. The amount of times I'm rewatching stuff just so that I can understand on a deeper length or a deeper depth what they're talking about until I can embrace it. And you know, when you start learning, I learned this today actually, when you memorize something or something has been, it's like you've learned it and you're now seeing someone apply it in real life, or you've seen someone replicate what you know in your head in real life because you've recognized it. That's when you've learned it. So in other words, in order for you to learn it, it needs to be ingrained in your mind so many times that you're able to recognize it through outside patterns. And that's it. You're ready to reappear. You're ready to reappear, and you've learned how to survive. But here's the thing. After you've done this, you're not gonna care. You've learned how to survive in hell. I remember it was so bad that I remember there was one time when I was in church and I was like, I don't want to get out of this yet. I don't want to go out of monk mode yet. I want to learn more. I want to become more savage. I want to learn how to become more ruthless. How do I become a lot more determined? How do I push to the next limit? What does the next limit look like, right? And if you'd like to hear what I learned in my monk mode whilst reading the 70 books, click the video, I think it's here. And yeah, I'll go through the full summary of what I read. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, stay powerful.